and gentlemen, today I'm bringing you a review. Yeah, I know I haven't done one in a while. I haven't done a video in a while. So in the future, I'm just gonna stop saying I'm gonna do a video and just film one and post it. So I'm not gonna be saying next week, next month, 9 months from now. I'm just not gonna do it just because I'm disappointing myself as well. So one thing I didn't do was announce the winners for my headband giveaway. All right, the person who won the one of two, the PB Fit Hostile Wear headband is, and I did a random, like, I don't know if you guys seen Lone Wolf paintball stuff, like they do a random mixer. That's basically what I did. I did a random mixer and these are the names I got. Only did one roll though. I don't got time for multiple. So one roll, this is what happened. Daniel Neves. And I didn't choose him because he almost has the same name as me, but with an N. But congratulations, thanks for your post, and I'll be sending this to you. Be sure to, so if you've won, message me on Facebook so I can get this to you. And don't try and fake me out because I know I'm gonna do some research. Can't mess with me. Now the person who won the other Hostile Wear headband is Decently Chill. I don't have your actual name, so if you could somehow write me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll ask you a few questions just to make sure you're you. Congratulations to Daniel Neves and Decently Chill. You guys are both pretty awesome, and thanks for subscribing. Now that I've made that announcement, finally, after months, I'm gonna do a review on something that I think is an awesome hopper that I should have done years ago before this one was released. Does that even make sense? Does that even make sense, really? This is the new, but super old, HK Army Speed. Now I know you're saying, why is this super old? This is new, man. HK Army came out with this hopper and now everyone's using it within the past couple of years. No, it's not. Pinocchio, the company that they ended up acquiring the rights to, I guess you could say, I'm not sure how it works. They ended up purchasing the rights to make this hopper. And they took the Pinocchio Speed and made it the HK Army Speed and rebranded it HK Army Speed. I think it's good for this hopper, honestly, because it gives it a bigger platform. And it was really undervalued, I think, at Pinocchio, not by the company, but by the players, because this is honestly an awesome hopper. It is not your typical hopper that you're gonna see nowadays. It's not easy to take apart. It's not super easy to clean. It doesn't feed a million balls a second. It's not super low profile, but it's got a couple of things going for it that are completely different than the rest of the competition. One thing is that this hopper is made out of a lightweight but durable material. If a paintball hits this thing, it's not gonna break it. Now the internals look just like the old Pinocchio. I don't know if you guys have ever shot the old Pinocchio, but I had one. I actually sold it to Jake from Team Insanity with the nose cone to shoot 400 paintballs. But it's the exact same internals, and the thing about it is they're super good internals. Like it's not gonna shred up paint, you're not gonna jam, and it's just really reliable. If you go and open up the nose cone, you're gonna see the pedals, okay? The pedals are soft to the touch. They're really, really nice. They're not gonna shred up paint, like I said. You're gonna notice that it is a clamshell design. So like I said, it's not gonna be easy to take apart. That's kind of the pain of it, is that you can't just take it apart toollessly and clean it. So to clean it, you have to remove the nose cone, and you're gonna try and stick your hand up in there with a microfiber. If you break paint in there, that's what you're gonna have to do. Now my hand obviously is gigantic, okay? So if you have smaller little baby hands, you might be able to reach it in there. So what I do is I go ahead and ask my snake player, I'm like, hey bro, can you go ahead and reach your hand up in there and clean it for me? Get in there nice and deep like. He doesn't really appreciate that, but he does it for me anyway. He's a good guy, thanks Christian. So when you get the nose cone off, you can see, like, you know, my hand doesn't fit in there. I have gigantic hands, it just doesn't work out. And also, the lid is not the best lid in the world. It doesn't give you that nice, like, audible snap that you'd like. It's kind of like a let me down. Like, I really would have liked a nice, crisp snap. But, you know, I haven't had issues with diving with it or anything like that, so I don't see it being a problem. But it doesn't give you that nice snap that you like to hear with a lid. But like all my other paintball hoppers, I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the lid anyway. I don't use lids, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with a speed feed, the HK Army speed feed that you see here. So it's not the easiest task. There's just no button that you could press and remove, which HK Army should have just took what they had for the TFX and applied it to this design, and it would have been really nice and easy. But I think it would have upped the price a little bit because this thing is dirt cheap. I think it's like 75 bucks or something like that. I don't know. Let me see. Let me actually give you real time how much the HK Army Speed costs. This is what happens when you don't do your research before a video. Let's go on hkarmy.com. Let's go to the source. $79.95. Okay, so 80 bucks. All right, for this hopper. I would have liked that little push button to be able to remove the the lid, and so I could put a different lid on here, put on a speed feed nice and easy. Would have been nice, would have been proprietary. Would have been cool if they just changed that little feature. But they didn't. So you're gonna have to buy a universal speed feed for it, which is not bad. It is a little bit of a higher profile, as you can see, but honestly, it helps with loading. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a look at the hopper. Like I said, it is a clamshell design. You're going to have to use a little tiny baby screwdriver. I had to go out and buy one. Sucked, because I didn't have one small enough to fit in there. So I went ahead and bought a screwdriver, and it was actually pretty cheap, honestly. And you're gonna wanna take out the screw in the middle, and you're gonna wanna take out the screw in the back. If you don't remove both screws, you're gonna have a friggin' hard time separating the clamshell design. You don't wanna force it, so just take out both screws. They're the same size, you won't get them mixed up, you won't have any issues. Okay, so you go ahead, unscrew them. Once you get both removed, set them off to the side. Go ahead and take your speed feed and place it where the lid used to be. Now don't forget, you're gonna have to separate it, remove the lid, don't lose the spring. If you lose this little tiny baby spring, you're gonna have a bad day, because at that point, if you lose it, you're just gonna have a floppy lid. Nobody likes a floppy lid, trust me. So you're gonna wanna keep this in the bag. That's what I'm gonna do, is keep it in the bag that I got the speed feed. So go ahead and apply your speed feed. You can already kind of separate the speed feed, that way you can know it'll fit over the lips of the hopper. Go ahead and place it on there and tighten it down with the same screwdriver. That's the beauty in this. Gonna go ahead and tighten it down nice and tight, but not too tight to where you're gonna get all crazy with it, because like I said, this is a cheaper plastic. You don't wanna mess it up. Once you get it on there, just make sure it's nice and snug, and boom. You now turn your HK Army Speed into an HK Army Speed with the speed feed. Now the cool thing about this hopper is that it is a touch button design, and you'll know when it's turned on. Oh. The only thing about it is that it sits kind of high, and dude, this feed neck is a chunk. Let me tell you, like, I had to remove this spacer on my HK Army Shocker to get it to fit. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like on the HK Army Shocker. Here's my HK Army Shocker with the 7745 tank, the Pinocchio speed, and yeah, it honestly feels pretty good. It feels pretty balanced. Granted, I don't have any paint in here, but it feels nice in the hands. Honestly does. The only thing about it is this definitely sits up high. It's not a low profile hopper. But the thing about it is it's pretty thin, and it's kind of nice because if you look at it, it kind of goes in and then wide. You notice that? So it's kind of easy to see where you're shooting. It's nice and that it's not fat. Like, that's one thing about the TFX, it's got a big old booty. And so you gotta worry about that booty up in your face all the time. Not a fan. So one thing is that I would chop it down a little bit, just a little bit, because it sits kind of high. And if you chopped it down just a little bit, it would fit that little lip nice and flush, at least on top of this feed neck, which is what I'm gonna do. The way it loads, it's not rear loading. Like, if you look at the TFX, it's in the back, right? This is in the front. So this isn't gonna be a woods ball player's dream. I'm just letting you know. In woods ball, this is what you're doing. Shooting your own team in the back because you don't want to get too close and get shot. But anyway, you guys are doing this, right? This is not going to work very well. You're going to be doing kind of this maneuver because cone's in the front. It's not in the back. So if you're doing this, paint's going to be filling up in the back. You don't want that. But for speed ballers, which, yes, sometimes if you're a back player, you will angle up a little bit, right? But a lot of times, if you're coming around doing stuff, you're putting your, you don't really want to, your gun's going down, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing all sorts of stuff. You really don't have an issue with your marker not getting what you need. Going to bunker somebody, kill shot, kill shot, kill shot. So I'd say this is more geared towards speed ballers than woods ballers. So if I played woods ball, I wouldn't get this. Now if you look at this compared to TFX, sits nice and flush, but it does sit further back, so you feel like a lot of weight is back here, but it's okay because it's a lot of weight on your shoulder. So would I say that the Pinocchio is a better bang for your buck? I mean, yes, but is it a better hopper than the TFX? No, the TFX is a much better hopper than the Pinocchio. The Spire 3 is a better hopper than the Pinocchio. I'm not a die fan, I'm sorry. I can't say the die rotor 2, the die R2 is better. It's just like, that thing's 100 pounds, dude. It's just too big for me. The die R2 is just not my favorite. Would I buy this over an IR? I don't know. Honestly, the die LTR, then yes, I would. But would I buy this over a Virtue IR? I don't know, honestly. But this thing is fun, dude. Like, I don't know. I love going out there and people ask, like, what is that? Or not so much anymore, but people like to ask, what is that? What is that hopper? Because it looks, I mean, the thing's ugly. I mean, it's like, let's make something that looks like a blimp and call it a hopper, and then let's play paintball with it. You know what I mean? But honestly, I think that a lot of thought was put into this thing. I like what they did with it. I like the design. It feels really nice and balanced on my marker. And honestly, this is going to be what I rock for a while now, but the TFX and the Spire 3 are still like my top 2 hoppers, honestly. They're just, I don't know, man. They're just leaps and bounds above the competition, in my opinion. If you guys are wondering, the current hopper that I do use the most is the Spire 3, okay? And I'm gonna do a review on that soon, but that is my current hopper that I'm using pretty much exclusively. If you guys are looking for a reasonably priced hopper and you want to get into speedball and you want something that's gonna be able to keep up, that's relatively low profile, that allows you to see around your marker, this is what I would go with. Just cause it's 80 bucks, dude. You're gonna be spending 100 bucks the other way. Anything else, over $100. This thing, 80 bucks brand new. Used, probably a lot cheaper. So if you're wanting to get something that a lot of people don't use, and you know, you like HK Army stuff and you want to still be H and you want to still be an Agalicious Rex out there freaking on the prowl, like looking for some deliciousness out on the field, like looking to hunt, go with this. Now, one thing I want to talk about is weight, because everyone's like, this thing's so light. This thing is the lightest hopper ever in the world that was ever created in the universe. It is lightweight. It is 16, and I went ahead and filmed it. I filmed it. 16.10 ounces, right? For the speed. 18.05, I believe, for the TFX. So that's 2 ounce difference, dude. Two ounces is like, you're not gonna tell me you notice 2 ounces. I'm just saying. Is it a whole lot lighter? Like, wow, my mind's blown lighter? No. Is it made out of a cheaper material? Yes. So take that in consideration. And like I said, my reviews are gonna be straight and to the point. I'm not gonna BS you. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm not making any money. I'm not sponsored by anybody at all. But when I like a product, I'm gonna let you know. And honestly, I like this product. Would I buy it? Yes, obviously I have. I shot the Pinocchio Speed before, and I really enjoyed it because it's something new and something fun and something different. So I went ahead and bought the HK Speed because I like HK Army, I like their products, and I like their designs. And I like that, you know, it's just a cool company, so I support them, right? So it's a great hopper. If you're looking for something cheap on the market, go for this. You won't be disappointed, but don't expect it to be, if you get shot in the hopper, dude, you're gonna have a bad day. It's gonna suck. Like, you're not gonna get that thing super clean. You're gonna have to take the whole clamshell apart and be careful because there's a little tab in there that it uses to like detect paint. It's not gonna be easy to clean. I'm just saying, it's gonna kind of suck. But it's cheap and you're getting $80 over $200. So take that in consideration. You get what you pay for. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. More videos to come. I just got back from Taiwan and I got so much stuff to talk about, so much stuff to share with you. But other than that, I appreciate you guys' support, your love, and of course, stay tuned for more. Peace.